So we can start with the first one you had mentioned, secrets are lies, no?
Yeah.
I'm least ready for that, but that's fine. Thing is, usually I have too much, so maybe this time will be just perfect.
Yeah, also you're the smart one here. I'm the good looking, you're the smart one, so you gotta manage.
Thankfully, we're not recording the video, right? Just the voice.
We do have radio faces, right?
True.
Welcome to another edition of ToDebate.net, our podcast of debates. I'm one of your two hosts, Dirk. I look at Sebastian, and as usual, we are not at the same place. I'm sitting here in my brand new home in Frankfurt, and Sebastian, where are you, Sebastian? Actually, in Zurich, I believe, right?
I'm actually in Paris waiting for another surgery because I realize you're just too strong for me for these debates. So I've asked for an upgrade to my brain. So hopefully you will notice, you dear listeners, over the next few weeks and months, a much improved Sebastian in these debates, because apparently I'm losing, according to your dashboard, 13-10. That doesn't count as doping, does it? That's not doping.
Last time I checked, you had like 11 that were under your belt. So is removing kidney stones now a brain improvement?
We actually have a network of neurons in our stomach. So look it up. We have two brains, at least I have. So one brain in my stomach, one brain in my head.
Wasn't there some I think Italian guy who's supposed to have his head transplanted somewhere this year?
I'm not Italian, I'm French, so it's not me.
Yeah, it's not your head that's been transplanted. That's a relief. Since you're still your regular self, what is our debating topic for today?
Secrets are lies. This is the motion.
And it is a motion that we did not come up ourselves with. Someone suggested it to us. But
yeah, because we don't have secrets, do we? And you share everything about my private life. Thank you, Dirk.
Yeah, I usually cut it out, so I keep the secret for you.
Oh, great.
The question then is, isn't that somehow lying, right?
Lying so you're going to be in favor of the motion, right? Secrets are lies, and I'm going to be defending against that.
Yeah. And also by the flip of a coin, I have the pleasure to start.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do this. Dirk goes first and argues for the motion.
Are secret lies? That's a very, very interesting question, and we probably get into semantics very quickly. So because you can take the word and spin and turn it, and then you say, hey, whenever I have a fact that I'm not sharing, isn't that a secret? And can facts be not truths instead of lies? That is probably one way to think about the question. The other way is what you probably do the moment you have secrets. We just in our intro played a little bit with the thought that I may know things about you, Sebastian, that you want to keep, well, a secret hidden from the public. And in order to keep it secret, one of us needs to avoid discovery. And in order to avoid discovery, whenever somebody probes into it, we might be forced to lie. Otherwise, it's not a secret. Otherwise, it's just an unknown fact. But if you want to keep it a secret and not share with anybody, it basically goes hand in hand with lying. So a secret is as much a lie as actual telling wrong facts, because whenever you basically tell the truth about secrets, then you're either diverting whoever asks you a question about it, or you're actually not telling the truth. You're forced to tell lies, otherwise your secret is not a secret anymore. And let's not confuse secrets with facts that are simply not uncovered. That's not the same thing. An unknown fact or an undiscovered fact is not the same thing like a secret. A secret is something you intentionally try to keep secret, to keep hidden. That's at least the definition that I found when I looked it up. In that regard, yes, secrets are lies, and I'm looking forward how you defend the position that they are in fact not.
And now on to Sebastian. Let's hear his argument.
Telling the truth does not mean that one will say everything. And I think this is where you're missing one aspect between saying the truth and lying. And one aspect of that is silence. Silence is not lying. It's not the truth either, necessarily. And I'll give one example. Some information is personal. You can always ask me how much I'm paid, but I may not feel comfortable sharing that, and I may say nothing. Now, that's not a lie in itself. You can push me to my boundaries, but I will not tell you a wrong number. I will just tell you, this is personal, this is confidential, this is secret. I am not going to share it with you. Now, I'll give additional examples and arguments as to why I think secrets are not always lies. They're not always lies. And I'll develop that in my second part, my second piece, when I have 3 minutes. One aspect is that secrets may be necessary to be able to negotiate without publicity. And the example for that are hostage situations. And we can talk about more about this later on. Another one is in the case of relationships. Now, I'm not recommending to hold secrets. But here's the thing, and the question I'd like to ask, and I'll develop into that question afterwards. Is the other one, the spouse or the partner, ready to handle my past, my lack of, let's say, proper health, or some other secrets? Now, here's the problem. In this case, it's arrogant to decide on the behalf of the other one, but there's a question mark around this. A lot depends on the intent overall of the secret. Is it to protect or is it to conceal? And if you take a very specific approach, in the sense that you want to search for the greatest happiness for the most amount of people, then you may think that a secret is actually necessary for the greater good. I want to insist and summarize my thinking here is that silence, as an example, is not lying. It's not the truth either, but it's not as blunt as saying that secrets are always or necessarily lies.
Now, it's Dirk's turn. Let's hear his rebuttal.
Let me poke a couple of holes in what you just said. And I'm going to be a little bit picky about words. It comes with the nature of the debate that we are having today. So there is such a thing like lying by omission. Imagine the following scenario. Imagine you cheated your partner. And your partner asks you, where did you go tonight? And you actually went and cheated. And you kind of know probably that your partner tries to find that out. But what you're saying is, oh yeah, I went to the grocer, then I went to the gas station, and then I went to the office, and later I came home. And you forgot to mention, or you didn't mention those 3 or 4 hours in between where you actually were cheating. Some may argue that is lying by omission. There are other cases where not saying something is practically the same as lying, because you're distorting the truth. And by distorting the truth, you actually lie. Now, you said something else that's very interesting, that sometimes maybe secrets are important for the benefit of people. Be that as it may, I can actually take the same statement, turn it around, and say, actually, the secrets are damaging to a lot of people. Take your example, your salary. Maybe knowing what you make in your position, in your company, may help others to make the same kind of money, or may even be good for you as well. Some people argue having an open statistics about that, it forces employers to give fair salaries. Making a big secret out of it enforces the opposite. So not even that is true. Now, that's not the same thing as lying when you say, I refuse to tell you. But when I start asking you in the right way, you're actually forced to lie to me, or not tell the truth, or not tell anything at all. Coming back to what I said earlier, there is such a thing like lying by omission. So maybe this argument is not really cutting the way you planned it to cut. That goes even further. I have other examples, like health records. Health records are typically held secret. We had another debate where we talked about private data, and the question was whether or not it should be allowed for governments, for instance, to tap into these data streams. They are kept secret for reasons. But, we are even allowed by law to lie about it when we are asked. And so practically my argument is, whenever you really want to keep something a secret, there comes the point where you're forced to lie about it. It's practically the same thing.
Next up, Sebastian. Let's hear it.
I was waiting for you to talk about lying by omission. I get that, and trust me, when you accuse me of cheating, Dirk, I did not cheat on you. But I don't like to hack into your phone, but it actually makes me feel awful when I did hack into your phone. I'm not talking about you, Dirk. And how am I supposed to feel when you still text, I love you to your ex, I forgive you, and you do it again 6 months later? Yes, this happened to me. it's tough, and I agree with you. This is indeed a secret, which is a lie. The thing is, the context matters a lot, right? I'm not going to go into my personal story here, where I'm kind of the victim of that. But I guess it's also the someone's ability to handle complicated stuff. There's maybe other reasons as to why things were shed or were not shed, and I'm not condoning any approach on that aspect. Let me come back to other things. We talked about salary. Well, here's the thing. I still may not share my individual personal salary with you or anyone, but I could share it online without my name attached to it. And there's a company like this, if I'm not mistaken, Glassdoor.com. You have aggregate information where you don't reveal your name, but you can reveal your salary and which company you work for and which city. So there's a lot of data that you can already aggregate, and the same goes for health records. I actually do think it would be valuable to get, for instance, my health records merged with other health records to analyze data and see patterns and maybe give me a cure or avoid further surgeries. But sharing my personal, individual, detailed health record with everyone is yet another step, and I'm not ready for that. So yes, I would keep that one secret. But is it a lie? I would just say nothing. Again, I insist. Silence, in some cases, is not lying. In other cases, indeed, it is a lie. But I would not be systematic. Let's talk about the hostage situation, because I think this is one that we hear, unfortunately, quite frequently. And in this case, I believe governments do that so that the press is kept at bay and to help with the negotiation. And of course, there's this obvious lie that no ransom is being paid or that we're not going to negotiate with terrorists. But we all know it's not true, right? So there's no secret. The only lie here is not the secret itself, but the communication of it, the presentation of it, which is in the best interest of the hostages and the government to be able to negotiate in further hostage situations. So everyone knows it's not true. So it's almost not even a lie anymore. We just know it's just it's just trying to protect the identity and the actual ongoing negotiations. So I want to insist on that aspect. It's a lot depends on the context and intention. Is it to protect or to conceal? Maybe sometimes it's both, and the line is blurry between both. So being very moral in terms of that attitude and condemning secrets in one straight go, whatever the context of the situation, I think is quite extreme. And I think we really want to look into the different cases. And I gave a few examples here in terms of cheating or salary or health records, the one that you've mentioned, or hostage situations. So I do think there are a number of cases where you want to think more carefully in terms of and this moral attitude and condemning secrets as being lies systematically.
Final statements. Dirk goes first.
Let me make this easier for you to swallow. Lies are seen as something inherently bad and wrong, and we shouldn't do it. But your example actually was a good one right now. I would say, of course, governments are lying. They lie for negotiation purposes, and maybe it is warranted that they lie. Maybe the question is, should it be immoral to lie about it? My point, though, is if you have a secret, you sometimes, and more often than not, literally forced to lie about it in order to keep it a secret. When your partner asks you, have you been cheating with her? And you say, I'm not going to tell you. Come on, that's not working. And you know it. You basically have to lie. You're forced to lie. And that's the motion that we're debating today. Are secret lies? And I think they directly lead to lies. It's almost impossible to avoid to lie when you have secrets. And sometimes that may be warranted. Sometimes that may be even necessary. Nonetheless, yes, they are lies.
Sebastian.
I'm going to say something that will please you, but you won't be able to respond. Yes, secrets sometimes are lies, but I do refute the point that you are forced to lie every time. I think you can keep a secret without lying. You're making it a very binary decision, whether if I don't like, and taking an extreme case, the most well-known one, let's say, of cheating. But I gave you other examples, and we've discussed these other examples of a salary. You can ask me how much I'm paid. I'm going to say, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not forced to lie to you, right? I don't have to tell you I'm paid $10,000 a year, right? Which would be an obvious joke or a lie, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not forced to lie. In many situations, I can actually decide to remain silent. Now, I'm not going to read to you my Miranda rights because I am not American, so I don't even have them. But I think this is an option in many cases. And that does not exclude a lot of truths and a lot of things that you can do with the data, even if it's not completely shared. So I don't think secrets are lies every time, and probably not always, actually.
That was it. That was today's debate. Thank you, Sebastian, for making it an interesting one. And I'm not going to tell you a secret when I tell you there are voting buttons on the page. Please go there, todebate.eu or todebate.net, and let us know what you think. Who had the better arguments? Who won the debate?
Vote for the truth. Vote no. Secrets are not always lies. Vote no. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Thank you.
Thumbs up. You're desperate for more one debate.
More debates.
I'm telling you Sebastian's secret. He's obsessed by dashboards and obsessed of winning.
Okay, fine. I'll let people have a thumbs up for you if, in exchange, you also go to iTunes and rate the podcast.
Fair enough.
How about that?
I would say, even if they give a thumbs up for you, that's okay for me.
No, thumbs down. It's thumbs down. It's thumbs down for me. You're trying to confuse it. What a freaking liar. I'm against the motion. They have to vote no, thumbs down. You're trying to tell them I'm thumbs up? Oh my god, this is so confusing. Thumbs up for Dirk, thumbs up for me. Great, fantastic.
You have intelligent listeners who will figure out what thumb to click and then may also leave us a rating on iTunes.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time, or listen to us next time, rather.
Yeah, talk to you next time, whatever it is. Bye.
Bye-bye. More arguments, which I extend in my second part during my 3 minutes. Oh, we have 2 minutes. Hang on. I'm going to restart. Sorry about this. I actually put a timer for 1 minute. I'm so stupid. Oh, God. I don't know why I put 2 minutes.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the first time this is happening to me. Okay, let me restart. What did I say? Forgot what I said.
That's actually my role. I'm the confused one.
Yeah, I know. I don't like secrets.
Liar. You secretly like secrets. Yeah, that's the truth.